Hey Canucks fans, welcome to another edition of Ask Me Anything. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, September the 11th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Today is the big day. Tonight, I relaunch my Clay's Canucks commentary live show. As you know, it's going to double as a podcast, and I cannot wait for you to be a part of it. So 10:30, not 10, 10:30 Pacific time tonight, we will launch. Make sure you're there for the very start because I have a pretty sweet 25-second intro video that I want you to see. So yes, make sure you're waiting online right before 10:30 p.m. tonight Pacific, and we will launch this show, and we're going every day, 5 days a week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 days a week going forward. Thank you for submitting your questions. A good variety of them today, some hockey related, some not. No, actually, now that I look at it, they're mostly hockey related. So let's get to it right away. Eli says this: do you see Jake Virtanen getting a shot back in the NHL? If so, oh, by the way, if you're wondering, well, this is a weird background. I haven't seen this background before. I'm at my church right now. I'm making announcements at all the masses about our Wednesday night religious education program. So this is my old school office that I'm in right now, in our what we call our parish center. Okay, Eli says this: do you see Jake Virtanen getting a shot back in the NHL? If so, what team do you think would PTO or assign him? So the first answer is yes, I do. I do see him being, getting another shot in the NHL because A, he was found not guilty, and B, with that, I've always said that sports are very forgiving. And it's not because of the money. It's not because I just think that there's a lot of redemption stories in sports. Not that Jake Virtanen needs a redemption story per se, but I do think, that sports overall are a forgiving place. Having said that, Jake Virtanen, if he puts things together, he does have a good blend of skills that could be great for any team. And that's why it was so frustrating when he was with Vancouver, because if he put all these things together, he can skate, he can hit, he's got a decent hands for sure. And those three things, I wish equated to more success for him in a Canucks uniform, but it was all for naught. So to answer your second part of the question, which team would PTO or sign him? You obviously wouldn't need a lot of cap space, so I can't simply say a team that's got a lot of cap space. I think any team that would have an opening or at least wants to create competition for jobs. So we've heard that Edmonton is among 4 or 5 teams, for instance, that are interested in Virtanen. So we'll see how that goes, but I would not be surprised if he got a shot on another NHL club. Joe Pratt says, what could the Canucks get back from the Habs if we traded DiPietro to them? Do you think that keeper could get any time with the big club? Despite Benning paying too much for some players, do you think he did that bad? Was he that bad at acquiring talent? So 3 questions, all good questions, Joe. Number 1, if we traded DiPietro to the Habs, I don't think we're getting anything more than a mid to late round pick. DiPietro, unfortunately, hasn't proved anything at the NHL level. So if you were the receiving team, why would you give up anything? So I think we're looking at a mid to late round pick for DiPietro. Do I think Brady Keeper will get any playing time with the big club? I just don't see how he unseats any of the top 7 of Hughes, OEL, Myers, Pullman, Schenn, Rathbone, and Dermott. And then even that, now he's fighting with Kyle Burroughs as well, and now Danny DeKeyser. So there's 10 defensemen, and I don't think he elevates himself to the top 7 of those guys. And then despite how much Benning plays for players, how is he at acquiring talent? Well, a lot of his draft picks, not all, but a lot of them have worked out. Obviously, PD and Hughes and Podkolzin and Boeser. So his drafting, Demko, his drafting has been okay for sure. Some misses, obviously, Juolevi and Virtanen, but his drafting has been okay. And in acquiring free agent talent, I would just say it's been okay. Like the guys that have been here that we get, they're really not big superstars, and it's guys that he handed out a lot of money to, the Myers, Russells, Beagles, Sutters, Ericssons of the world. So I think he's been not so great at acquiring pro talent, but definitely good at acquiring undrafted talent in the draft, if that makes sense. Brian says this: why didn't Alvin name Brock Boeser as one of the core players? He should have been named as a core player for the Canucks. Yeah, I didn't vlog about this. I didn't think it was a big deal. I've always called the core four of Boeser, Horvat, Pettersson, Hughes. Then I expanded to the core six of Boeser, Pettersson, Horvat, Hughes, Demko, and Miller, especially with Miller's new contract. And then Alvin was basically saying the same thing, except he said those 5 of those guys, he didn't mention Boeser's name. I don't read too much into it. Boeser probably doesn't come top of mind, given that he had a rough last season. I really think Boeser is going to have a breakout year. I really do, given that he's got the weight lifted, the burden of his father's health kind of lifted from his shoulders. It might inspire him to play a lot better. So I actually expect a big season from Boeser, but I don't put too much stock in the fact that Alvin didn't mention him, because then then you're starting to mention almost every single player on the team. So I'm fine with him not mentioning him. It might, in a small way, motivate Boeser to play even better. Canucks Bo says, what next PTO could sign before camp for the Canucks? I don't know. I think the one, they usually don't bring in a lot. So DeKeyser's one. Maybe it's Alex Chiasson at the end of, within a couple weeks. But I on one hand, I'm going to say I don't expect them to bring any more PTOs in. On the other hand, DeKeyser came out of left field, so to speak. So maybe there are a couple of other ones in the works. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's simply Alex Chiasson as well. And maybe then you have DeKeyser and Chiasson in on PTOs for camp. Gaming Universe says, do you see the Canucks bringing back Motte? I don't actually. I like Tyler Motte. I thought he was great for us when he was here. But I see the Canucks pretty stacked on the bottom 6 already. And even if you include the 3 centers in the top 9, along with the 3 Russians and then Boeser, Garland, and Pearson, then you're already looking at guys like Dickinson, Lockwood, Lazar, Joshua, and Hoglander. There's already 5 guys, maybe Chiasson even. There's already 6 guys now battling for 3 spots on the 4th line. That's why I don't see Motte coming back, even though I did like him a lot. But who knows what he's asking for money-wise? We shall see. And then lastly, Lazy Husband says, were you at the Canucks game when the Queen dropped the puck? No, that was October 2002, but I was not at that game. It was a preseason game against San Jose, as been documented. But no, I didn't become a season ticket holder until 2010, 2011. And before that, I rarely went to games. I went to a few, but not a lot. So I definitely was not there when when the Queen dropped the puck, because I would remember that for sure. All right, Canucks fans, thank you so much for your questions. I hope I answered them to your satisfaction. And I hope that you join me tonight at 10:30 p.m. for the relaunch of Clay's Canucks Commentary Live. I know you won't be disappointed. So thank you to my sponsors. I got to get better at this. Thanks to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate and Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. And then thanks to my legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Just Incredible, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame members and franchise members. And thanks to all of you for watching and supporting me on this channel. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Leave a tip, a super thanks if you'd like to. Become a member or upgrade your membership if you'd like to. And definitely leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Just tell me how you're feeling today on this Sunday, the first day of NFL. So if you made it this far in the video, 8 minutes in, type the word launch, Launch, not lunch, even though it's about lunchtime. Type the word launch, because that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm launching a brand new show. I'd love to see you there. You type that in, then I know you made it to the end of this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. See you tonight at 10:30 p.m. for the relaunch of Clay's Canucks Commentary Live. God bless, and go Canucks go.